Hi. So the second rule for most of you will be around not snacking. Broadly speaking, and there will be variation, we're aiming to have 3 or for some people 2 set meals each day. And these should be substantial, proper square meals like your grandmother would talk about. 3 square meals a day. And that means it's really important that at these meals you have enough food to see you through to the next meal without needing to snack. So what's behind the idea of not snacking? Well, it's similar to the first rule in this idea of fasting or intermittent fasting. Now obviously just not eating between lunch and dinner doesn't really sound like fasting, but it's the same concept. It's the idea of giving your system a rest so that when it next encounters food, it's better able to deal with that food. Having a rest, it also, particularly so that'll be helpful if your aim is better health. Same with weight loss, because you'll be better able to deal with the food that comes in. But if your goal is to reduce the signs of early or pre-diabetes, then it can be really helpful because the whole glucose sugar signaling patterns that I will have talked to you about, it allows them to just stop and the system doesn't need to deal with them anymore. And so the blood sugars just stay lower between the meal. If you continue to eat all the time, the blood sugar level slowly goes up and up and up throughout the day. Whereas when you have 3 square meals, it'll go up and then flat and back to the nice low baseline. Up and flat and down to the nice low baseline. So that's rule number 2. No snacking, although there'll be different versions of it. And the idea is to fast between meals. So not to eat or drink anything. And I should just qualify, that's meals and drinks. Now people will ask what sort of drinks are okay. Essentially any drink that doesn't have calories is fine. So that will be water, herbal teas, and also black tea and black coffee, because they don't have the milk, they don't have any calories, and so they should be fine. Now there is a small subset of people for whom the black tea and black coffee, because of the caffeine, it may sort of stimulate some of their body systems to turn on. And so for those people, it's best to avoid having black tea and black coffee and just to stick with herbal teas. But for the most part, any drink without calories, so water, herbal teas, and black tea and coffee are absolutely fine. The questions I often get asked are, what about green tea? Yes, green tea does have caffeine, but it doesn't have caffeine in quite such an extreme form that it is in black tea and black coffee. And so usually green tea is absolutely fine. The other question I get is, what about a squeeze of lemon or a lemon in the drink? As long as it's not a huge squeeze of lemon, that should be absolutely fine. Or better still, to avoid any risk of setting the systems off, I would say just put a piece of lemon in the drink and don't squeeze it. I hope that's helpful. Remember, the rule is no snacking, 2 or 3 square meals each day with nothing in between except for water or herbal teas. As always, get in touch with any questions. I'm here to help and happy to help. Thanks, bye.